The Mexican president traveled to D.C. today to meet with Joe Biden, and this is just a few days after President Obrador gave a speech and told Mexican Americans to vote against MAGA Republicans who support strong borders. So sounds like he and Sleepy Joe have a lot in common. We all know how tight he is with the cartels, so this is all beginning to make a lot of sense. We know what was not discussed today between Biden and Obrador: the death and destruction happening, the rape and human trafficking happening, the devastated lives of Mexicans, Americans, and other people trying to find a better life along the border. Not at all mentioned today, but our own Ben Bergquam has been down at the border documenting all of this. Watch.
Down here, we're in Eagle Pass. We just in Yuma showed you the condoms and the panties that were left there, the used condoms. And right here, more evidence of it. We've got condoms and birth control. Parents are sending their children with birth control because they know they're going to be raped along the way. That is Joe Biden's open borders America for you. More evidence. And over here, more condoms, more birth control. Human smuggling, modern day slavery, brought to you by the Open Borders Law.
So Joe Biden loves open borders, apparently loves slavery, all the horrible things that come with it, because it's good for his political career, or so he thinks. And the Mexican president wants to send those whose lives are worth less, in his opinion, over the border for the United States to handle. And let's not forget that includes a lot of criminals. They catch them every day, people with long rap sheets from Mexico. It's quite a partnership that Joe and the Mexican president have. It's all about power and wealth for the elite. Who cares about women and children being raped and sent into human slavery, the largest slavery population ever in world history, created by those two men who met today? As long as they get to stay in power, that's what matters, right? Let's bring in Ben Bergquam, who has seen this from the front lines. Ben, thank you for being here.
Hey, Dr. Gina, it's great to be with you, and it's not a surprise seeing those two chum it up and attack Republicans, especially governors on the southern border. It's disgusting to watch, though.
It really is. And Ben, I heard you use the word panties, and I'm just going to comment on that because of the sweet fatherly word that is. You learn when you have little daughters that's the word they use. Underwear is just like too long or something. But most reporters probably out there are using the word underwear when they find the word underwear, if they're reporting on it at all. But that tells me of the tender paternal heart that you have, and that every time you see these little girls being taken into slavery and you know that's what happens to them, you are seeing the face of your daughters. That's what this is to you. That's what this is to me. How does the left, how do they just block it? I mean, I guess I'm the one with the psych background. I should be answering this, but I can't for the life of me. Like, all psychology, all ability to put things into cognitive dissonance go by the wayside when you're a mother or a dad and you see your child in the face of a child being violated. That's a whole different thing, Ben. And all he can talk about is some made-up story about some 10-year-old that didn't even happen, not being able to get an abortion, be twice violated after she was first violated. It was all a made-up story. That's proven now. He just lies as fast as he can. But zero empathy, Ben, from these two men sitting there in the White House today?
Yeah, it's similar to what we see in these shootings where they attack the guns instead of the evil that's behind the shooter. It's impossible to rationalize, for a Christian to rationalize the evil that's in somebody's heart, like Joe Biden, who pretends to be a Christian or Catholic, or the president of Mexico. The level of evil that it takes to believe in and to support the policies that they support, murdering babies up through birth, allowing children to be raped and murdered along the way. And these are the same people, this is the same hashtag Me Too movement that went after Justice Kavanaugh and go after all of the, any man who potentially does something wrong, they go after them. But they are saying absolutely nothing about the children that are being destroyed along the way. And keep in mind, though, this is not a one-time thing. This is something that's going on on a daily basis. Some of these children, Border Patrol calls it recycled. They're used, they're sold, and then they're reused over and over and over and sent back across the border to help get men across. Joe Biden knows this. President of Mexico, Amador, knows this. They all know what's happening. But these are the same people that would frequent Epstein's Island. So to try to rationalize it or to understand what's going through their mind, again, it's just pure evil. I mean, that's what we have to understand. We're in a battle of good versus evil, and they're on the side of evil.